Okay, discrepancy scenario 1. So you're in the patient profile, you're about to remove this med. Remove now. Because this is set up as a quote-unquote controlled substance, it's going to ask you for the account prior to dispensing. So we come here and count out the meds. So as you can see, there's physically 10, 20 here. But let's say, I don't know, like for the sake of discrepancy, we're going to say the count is 21. Hit OK. It's going to ask you, are you sure? At this point, you should really double check what you have in the bin. But for the sake of discrepancy, we're going to say yes. So remember, we just created a discrepancy. Now it's asking you to take out 2. So we're going to take out 2 and then put the rest back in. So we're physically putting 18 back. Close the thing. And this is when discrepancy receipt will pop up. So this is saying, this comes up because it's saying prior to me entering this bin, there were supposed to be 20, but I said there was 21. So clearly something's wrong. At this point, I would just return all the meds to the bin, like don't give it to the patient, just return everything to the bin to figure out what was there. So you want to go back to patient care, type in your patient's name, go to return meds, and this is the only one that we pulled out, so obviously this. Quantity to return, but because we pulled out 2, we're going to enter 2. Return now. Because it's quote-unquote a controlled substance, it's going to ask you for a second witness. So now it's going to ask you what was in the bin prior to you returning to. So again, like take out everything from the bin. So there is clearly 18. So we're going to enter 18. So at this point, this is going to create another discrepancy because the machine thinks they're supposed to be 19 in here, since originally we had entered there were 21, we removed 2, so it thinks that there's 19. By putting in this 18, it's going to cause a discrepancy, but that's okay because we physically just recounted everything and there's 18 prior to the 2 being returned. So we hit OK. Again, asking you double count, so it doesn't hurt to double count, so clearly there's 18. So yes. Now it's going to ask you to scan the med before returning. So it's going to say we're returning 2, so the total quantity in this bin should be 20. Which if you throw down the 2, then yes, 20. So you just put everything back. And it's going to spit out another receipt. But this time we know these numbers are correct because we literally just recounted everything 2 seconds ago. So it's saying the machine thought there was supposed to be 19, but we're saying there's 18 we return 2. But these numbers are correct, so we're just going to leave these aside. So then you want to come back down to the screen, go to resolve discrepancy. Hit yes. So this is the very first discrepancy that we did where there's 20 but we said there was 21. So here you can say miscount, and that like it would be helpful to put down the final count of the bin. So we should do 20, hit resolve, it's going to ask for a second witness. And then this is the second discrepancy that we created when we basically fixed the count. So here all you have to do is say like 20 in bin, and then maybe today's date, so that if I have to look through it I can track it by date. Hit resolve, again witness, and then you hit OK. So basically that corrects the bin count. So that's scenario number 1. You really don't have to do anything else